Every night before they go to sleep, Jamie Foxx, the actor Jamie Foxx, asks his kids a single question. What is on the other side of fear? His answer? Nothing. Toastmaster of the day, members, guests. I will never forget that November evening. It was a Friday. It was my third TGIF meeting. I was sitting in Lester's office, just 4 chairs back. I was sitting next to my mom, and I was overwhelmed by fear. Why? Because Lester Lynn had walked up to me and whispered in my ear, "Today, you're going to do table topics." And I hate public speaking. Why? Because I'm shy. I would rather face a vicious German shepherd, face people in the army, or even be in a car crash than do public speaking. That's how much I feared it. I hated it. When I would stand on the stage, my hand would shake uncontrollably. I was terrified of public speaking. But that night, the theme of the meeting was, appropriately, courage. And I remember sitting there, speaker 1. I didn't hear the speech. I was thinking, what story can I make up about courage? Speaker 2, what story can I make up about courage? Speaker 3, speaker 4. Intermission comes. I think I can run away home. But my mother doesn't want to leave. What kind of man leaves his mother behind? Not me. So I stayed. And then the table topics master comes up. And I'm still thinking, a story about courage. Speaker 1. Story about courage. Speaker 2. And then it's my turn. And the question was, when was courage stupid? Any answer I had could not fit that question. And so I had to stand up and do a real table topics and make up a question. That night, I won best table topic speaker, and 2 months later, I joined TGIF.
Yeah.
2 years later, it's 2014. I've gotten through the district semi-finals, and I'm about to go into the district finals with a speech called Let It Go. I go to the contestant briefing, and there before me, if you know these names, you'll know who I'm talking about, is the mighty Josh Myers. Over there is the fiery and feisty Tang Hua Xuan, Diana Watson, and the ever compassionate and kind Hai Shuo Li. Of course, we had our own member from this club who's very sexy. Hashtag Alex Jan, always hot. Well, you were in the semi-final. But in the final on that Sunday afternoon, I remember watching all these amazing speeches, and it was my turn to speak. And finally, they call my name. Contestant number 5, Paul Sharpe, Let It Go. I was terrified. I walked onto that stage and I started speaking, and I started to flash back to just before that speech. Somebody from Hong Kong had come up to me and said, "Why are you so scared, la?" Because I'm speaking in front of 500 people. I was terrified. And on that stage, I cannot remember a single thing, except I sang Let It Go. Maybe that's why I lost. But I remember walking off that stage, and I walked down, and Josh Myers was sitting there. He shook my hand and he said, "Good job, tough topic." Our area director, Sherry Lee, ran up to me and said, Paul, you've won. You're going to be number 1. She was the only person who believed in me. But guess what? They started to announce the results. 3rd place, Hai Shuo Li. 2nd place, Josh Myers. 1st place, Sherry Lee's whispering in my ear, Paul, they're going to call your name. Paul, it's going to be you. Diana Watson. I didn't win, but that's okay. I was angry, of course. I wanted to punch someone, Alex. We went to Chili's afterwards, and Lester sat there for 2 hours calming me down. Paul, the judges don't hate you. Paul, the people don't hate you. Paul, I still love you. It was a really emotional experience, that speech. I remember going home that night, there was a message from my sister. "How was your competition?" "I've got cancer." Perspective. It was only a competition. My sister was about to enter the fight of her life. Got through that. 4 years later, 2019, I'm standing on a street in Bulgaria. My cell phone buzzes. Bzz, bzz, take it out. It's my president, not Alice, but Jenny. You will enter the English speech competition this year. What the president says, I do. Okay. So I entered the competition this year. Came in, entered the club contest. Everybody hated my speech, but I came second. So go through to the area. Get to the area with a brand new speech, get beaten by Douglas Gilmartin, but second place can still go through. But then Douglas Gilmartin tells me, I'm going to Tokyo. So I get through to the division, and I get through the district final, and I get through the semi-finals. I was very angry my wife wasn't voted for, but okay, we got over that. Come the Sunday afternoon, I'm sitting in the dining room. Zero fear. There's somebody else sitting there, nervous, another finalist. I spend my time calming him down. It's true. I walked outside. A former winner walks up to me. Yesterday you already won the evaluation contest. Don't win today. I say, you're rude. Zero fear. My TGIF family Born to Shine members come around me and pray for me. And then they get on the stage and start speaking. And finally it's my turn. Contestant number 4, Paul Sharpe. How can I help you? Zero fear. For those 7 minutes, I was the freest I've ever been. All my worries and all my concerns were gone. I was free. I had no fear whatsoever. Everything was gone. It was just me on that stage enjoying that moment. I walked off the stage, and this time, a lot of people came up to me and said, you've won. I didn't, but that's okay. Maybe Anson needed it more than me. But I know this one thing that's true. I didn't come number 1, but I had the greatest victory on that day. The victory within. Jamie Foxx asked his children, what is on the other side of fear? If you had to ask me, my answer, freedom. Toastmasters.